Good afternoon, students. We are studying the feasibility report. Under that, yesterday we have discussed about the feasibility study or the types of cost estimation. So the types of cost estimates will give the rough idea about the cost required or the installation cost required for completion of the project. So this estimate is done during the life cycle of the project. So during the conception phase, so yesterday we have discussed about order of magnitude estimate is done with the accuracy level of plus or minus 60%. So we have studied the various methods like the investment per annual ton capacity, turnover ratio and the capital ratio, then 610 factor, inflation index and the location index. Today we will go through the study estimate. Are you able to see the screen fully? Yeah. Is it visible? Okay. So, study estimate.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Could you make the screen full screen? Because
full screen. Okay. Okay. But just inform me for anything because I'll not be able to see your chat and this thing. Okay.
yes,
I'll make it full
yes,
screen. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
One second.
Thank you, ma'am.
Is it clear now? Yeah. So the second method of cost estimation is study estimation. So this study estimation is done to find out the economic viability of the project and at the same time to arrange the funds for the project. So at this stage, the preliminary flow sheets. What is the flow sheet required for completion of that? So preliminary flow sheet is available and listing of the major process equipments also should be ready by giving the size and the material of construction and all. So this information need to be referred from the project licensor. So for your project, you will be ready with the preliminary flow sheets and listing of the major process equipments by giving the size and the specific capacity of that. So that need to be done. So each piece of the equipment is costed using the by using the past date or by the records which is there in the manual. So overall plant cost is estimated by the multiplying the total equipment cost by the factor known as the Lang factor. By the factor known as the Lang factor. So the overall cost estimation is calculated by the plant cost is estimated by multiplying the total equipment cost by the factor known as the Lang factor. What is this Lang factor? This factor takes care of the civil, electrical, piping, instrumentation and the installation cost. So Lang factor depends on the type of plant and the complexity of the process scheme required. So this method of estimate gives the accuracy of a cost estimation about plus or minus 30%. So this is about your study estimate. So this is done during the definition phase. So in the definition phase, you are ready with your flow sheets, you are ready with your machineries, you are ready with your equipments. So during that phase, we are estimating the cost of the project. Here, the cost of the project is estimated by the multiplying the total equipment cost by the factor known as the Lang factor, which is available in the manuals. We need to refer this. What is this Lang factor means? So this takes care of the electrical, civil, piping, instrumentation, installation cost of all the equipments. So that will give you the estimation of to the accuracy of plus or minus 30%. I'll show you the graph after completing this, so that how in all the stages we will be able to evaluate the cost estimation. So the next one is preliminary estimate. So preliminary estimate is prepared when the technology package is frozen. You already decided with the technology what you are using. Afterwards, there is no change in the technology. So at this stage, whatever the cost estimation we are doing, that gives to the accuracy level of plus or minus 20%. So during this phase, the technology package is frozen and the firm's implementation schedule is also available. So we are ready with the implementation. We have come to the implementation phase over here. During this phase, you will be doing the cost estimation. That means almost you are ready with your technology. So at this point of time, this point of a time is considered as a effective start date or the zero date of the project. So that I have highlighted with the bold letters. So the cost estimation is done during the zero date of a project. Here and there, here afterwards, you will be using this zero date of a project. Zero date of a project means effective start date of the project. So that is during the implementation phase. At this stage, the estimation can be made with accuracy, with an acceptable accuracy. So there you cannot say, still we are not finalized. So almost plus or minus 90% of your project cost will be estimated at this stage. At this stage only, the budgeting of the project also freezes. Means by this time, so plus or minus 20% of the accurate cost you should be able to give. When technology freezes, you will be able to give the accurate cost estimation of your project. So the technology is also frozen at this stage, that is during the implementation phase, and the budgeting of the project is also frozen with the accuracy level of the plus or minus 20% you will be able to give. So one thing you need to remember is the zero date of the project. That is, effective implementation of the project is called as effective start date of the project is called as zero date of the project. So the next phase is definitive cost estimation, that is definitive estimation. So this estimation is prepared after the zero date, means after the project starts, zero date, when the detailed engineering of the project is advanced. So still you are able to get the detailed engineering So once that is done, so you will be able to calculate the project cost with the accuracy of plus or minus 10%. At this stage, the equipment purchase, the equipment specifications, the quotations for the equipments or for the construction or for the electrical, and what is the final cost of the project you will be able to give. At the same time, schedule of items for work tenders and the contractors, quotations, and the awarded cost for that quotations also you will be able to give it. So accuracy of the material takes off or here with all the things, equipments, piping, your electrical work, your civil construction work, your licensing. So almost we are into the implementation phase. So here the house general arrangement, the detailed drawings of all these things, flow sheets, everything will be available. So we will be able to calculate the cost estimation to the plus or minus 10% of the accuracy. So this is definitive cost estimation is done to the accuracy of plus or minus 10%. So the next estimation is the detailed estimation. So in the detailed estimation, this estimate is made on completion of engineering, ordering of equipments, machinery, and the field of contractors. So here the order value of the plant and equipment is ready. The awarded cost of the major contractors is also ready. The final material takeoff, the final material cost also will be ready. And the construction drawings also will be ready with you. With all these details, you will be able to calculate the cost estimation of your project with a final stage, that is plus or minus of accuracy level of a 5%. So what are the details drawings need to be carried out? So here I'll give you during the definitive cost estimation, what all the details you need to collect. Just I have taken a photo of from the textbook so that you will be able to understand. So how the division, how the activity has broken to the different stages. So here, are you able to read from the picture which I have pasted?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, it's not clear. Could you please zoom on the screen?
Yeah. One second. Now you are able to see? A typical definitive cost estimate, like how the cost estimation will be done during the definition. Land and site development, how each activity is broken. So the cost of a land, site grading, then roads and drainages, each individual cost need to be calculated. Just these are the examples. These are just examples like how the details of the drawings or the details of the cost estimation, you should keep it ready with you. So the water supply to plants, so the water supply from the river or from the other sources, overhead tanks, power supply to the plant, so on, so many cost. Just it is an example you need to go through with all the breakdown of the works. The cost estimation need to be done in detail. That is what I wanted to show you. This is just an example for the cost estimation. Here you will be in the second slide, you will be able to see. So the laboratory equipments, workshop equipments, startup and the commissioning, plant utilities, substation equipments, power distribution equipments. What is the cost of all these things need to be calculated? Generators, air compressors, the cold storage, or the utility piping, depending on the type of project you are going to complete. So the main process buildings, the foundation and the pavements of the machineries, so the firefighting equipments. So each and every equipment, whether it is a major directly is affecting or indirectly, it is we are utilizing. So each and every stage, the estimation need to be done. The training expenses, owner expenses, temporary power supply, traveling expenses, soil investigation, so the air compressors, all that, boilers, power distribution channel, what we are using, substation equipments. So all that need to be calculated and total capital cost estimation need to be done in detail for the definitive. Then after this, we are going for a detailed estimation. So there, almost your project cost estimation is frozen and it is done with the accuracy level of plus or minus 5. That plus or another plus or minus 5 is the flexibility what we can incorporate for completion of the successful completion of our project. So with this graph, just one second. You are able to see the graph. So whatever the accuracy level I was talking about, the different cost estimate, the various types of estimates, whatever we have seen. So the first cost estimation is order of magnitude. So at this stage, this is the very first stage we are calculating the project cost. This is to the accuracy level of plus or minus 60%. You are able to see we have started our project with plus or minus 60%, that is cost estimation. So when we are coming to the study estimate, we are able to calculate for the accuracy of 30%. Then we are coming to the preliminary cost estimation. So we are able to calculate to the accuracy of 20%. And when we are coming for the definitive cost estimation, we are able to calculate for the accuracy level of 10%. The last stage where the project cost is frozen, there the last stage, that is detailed cost estimation. So this is the final cost estimation what we are calculating with the accuracy level of plus or minus 5. So these are the different types of the cost estimations. These are the different types of the cost estimations what we need to analyze and give the report for getting the green signal of our project. So accurately we need to calculate, or otherwise our project will be into the run short of the budget, or if it is over budgeted, you will not be able to proceed with your project. So the cost estimation is very, very important part to analyze as a feasibility, the economic viability of the project with this type, with all these types of estimates. Any doubts in this?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So we have completed the different types of cost estimations. So this is an important point to be analyzed as a project point of view also, and at the exam point of view also, what are the different types of a cost estimation of feasibility of feasibility of the project that you need to analyze. So then, next we are studying about the financial institutions which are helping. We are taking the assistance of all these financial institutions for completion of your project. That means you are lending, you are taking the loan from all the financial institutions. So the national financial institutions and the foreign financial institutions. So IDBI is nothing but Industrial Development Bank of India. So this is the principal financial institution of India, which coordinates the activities of the other financial institutions and supplements their resources to plan and promote the industry. Just you should know the list of the financial institutions which are helping or from where you are taking the loan to complete your project. The second one is IFSCI. So that is Industrial Finance Corporation of India. There you are going to get the long-term loans under the various, under the different schemes of for the industries. So the Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India, that is ICICI. So there also you will be getting the financial assistance for the institutions which are mainly concerned with or providing the foreign currency loans to the industrial concerns in the private sectors. Not to go in detail about, but you need to know. The Industrial Reconstruction Corporation of India, that is IRCI. So there also you will be getting State Financial Corporation, SFC. There also you are going to get the long-term loans for industries, for the medium industrial units and all. Unit Trust of India, also you will be getting the loans. Then Life Insurance Corporation, that is LIC. The Export and Import Bank of India. So there also you will be getting, and the State Industrial Development Corporation, that is SIDB, State Industrial Development Corporation, that is SIDC. So the industrial promotions activities, example, project identification, preparation of the feasibility reports, identifying the entrepreneurs and assigning them to the project implementation and all. During the initial stages only you will be able to get the financial assistance from this SIDC. So for starting up the industrial projects as a sole owner or in the joint sectors also you will be able to get the assistance. The creation of infrastructure facilities, providing them for a loans, then acting as an agent for the state. So in all the cases, you will be able to get the financial assistance for your project. So when we are looking at the foreign financial institutions, World Bank is giving the financial assistance. Then International Finance Corporation, that is IFC, you are able to get the assistance. Then International Development Association, so that is IDA. Then United Nations Development Program, that is UNDP. Then International Monetary Fund, IMF. So like this, so many national financial as well as foreign financial institutions are assisting us for successful completion of our projects. So when we are going for the feasibility study, which is left now in the feasibility report, which we have started in the beginning of the second unit, the last feasibility study we need to do with respect to what? We have done the feasibility for a raw material, location, technical study. Then we have gone through the cost estimation. Then the last feasibility study, we need to go through the project profitability. Again, here also we will come across the different profitability methods to find out whether the project is economically viable or no. For that, we are using the different methods. So that we will take up in the next class. Just I'll give you the examples of those. Let me go back to the first slide of the second unit. Yeah. Okay. So we have done the project capital cost estimation and the sources of the finance, the financial institutions which are helping us for completion of the project. So the next feasibility report is profitability and the cash flow. So here also we are using the different methods to estimate the profitability or the profit margin of the project. For that we will come across, that is payback period method, return on investment, net present value, internal rate of return, then benefit cost ratio. So these are the different methods one has to go through for estimating the profitability of our project. This we will take up in the last class. So this is the last part of the project feasibility. Any doubts? Anything you want?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we don't have any numericals to find out the profit margin or the cost estimation and all. Just we should study the methods of cost estimation and the methods of evaluating the profitability of the project. Okay. Shall I conclude my today's class then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So tomorrow I'll take up with, in the next class, I'll take up with the project profitability. Okay? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
everyone.